Hey, what's up? It's a culture detective here investigating your favorite movies. And today I'm going to do a movie review on Shiva Baby. Um, whoopsie daisies. So, Shiva Baby is a low budget comedy movie premiered last year and finally released this year. It has received critical acclaim, and I was pretty excited to see it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna watch the movie and I'm gonna make a review on it. It's gonna be great. Um, yeah, it may not be the best time to talk about this movie, but just I'm going to talk about this movie and nothing else. Okay? Okay. Okay. So, Shiva Baby is a low budget comedy movie written and directed by Emma Seligman. And it is only 1 hour and 17 minutes long. It is the whole movie, almost the whole movie takes place in one house where a Jewish funeral is being held. We have the main character of Danielle who has had affairs with a couple of people attending that funeral, but those two people, but Danielle wasn't really aware that those two people would be in the funeral, and she also tries to hide that from her parents. Thus, we have a lot of awkward situations and a lot of intense drama, also a lot of comedy moments in it, and it's just this really emotionally draining roller coaster of gossiping and drama. So, yeah, first of all, let's talk about the pros of this movie. As far as comedy goes, this has got to be one of the better ones. You know, not any of that commercial mainstream shit. You know, the cinematography, the editing, the lighting, the music has a lot of personality to it. Very indie, very new wave. I'm liking it. I think the performances are also really strong. The actresses in this movie, actors as well, they all gave very compelling performances, and there are a few good comedic moments here and there. Even though this movie's a comedy, I think this movie is more of a drama for me than comedy, because I mean the situation is kind of funny in the full picture, but when you're watching it and you're in Danielle's shoes, you have to admit it has got to be very stressful for her, and you can actually feel that stress and the tension rising in the movie, which is a great thing. But I didn't enjoy this movie as much as I expected that I would be. And I mean, sure, it's low budget. I mean, what can I expect from a low budget indie comedy? But I just didn't really enjoy it all that much. In defense of this movie, relationship problems and drama and gossip spun out of relationships is a thing that I totally do not relate to, because I'm a loser myself. But aside from that, I mean, sure, there are stressful moments and awkward moments in this movie that I'm like, damn, it's awkward, stressful, damn. But but that's as far as this movie goes. It doesn't really do anything for me other than that. And there are also a lot of moments in this movie, and I know I sound really stupid saying this, and as far as dialogue writing goes, I can name tons upon tons of movies with dialogues way worse than that of Shiva Baby. In fact, the dialogues in Shiva Baby is already pretty well written, but there are so many moments in the movie where I'm like, do real human beings really speak like this? Do real human beings really act like this? Because I was wondering when I watched this movie if this actually happened in real life, would this actually happen? Like, it's kind of ridiculous how the story progressed. And sure, you know, it's a comedy, but the way it just progresses, and it's so not self-aware about itself. It's like, what are the odds of something like this happening? And given that the characters in this movie constantly cross paths, quite literally, in that big house, like 5, 6 times. Like, what are the odds of them crossing paths over and over and over and over again, and then saying things like this and then acting like this in such an obviously convenient way? Or in other words, I think humans in real life don't act as conveniently woven into a narrative than that. But I don't know. I've never actually conversed with an American, or actually like like ever. So yeah, but still, the performances are great. The idea is funny and it's got personality. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But do I think it's great? Do I think the writing and the stories and the characters are relatable and compelling? Not necessarily. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Shiva Baby, pretty good. Giving a 7 out of 10. So if you watched the latest Shiva Baby from 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like it, and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. Originally, I planned to watch and review a documentary called In the Same Breath, which is a documentary about how the Communist Party of China is covering up the coronavirus outbreak. And I thought it's a really interesting documentary, and as a Hong Konger, I would definitely love to see it and review it. But the documentary is not released on digital platforms, I think. Or maybe it is, I just can't watch it. So I'm just going to review one movie here, and that's Shiva Baby.